Hello, and thank you for tuning in. You are tuned in to The Encourager. My name is Maru, and I'm an esoteric guide, ascended master, and the last 12 hours have been life-changing, altering. So I would like to read the lyrics to this song to you. The group, and bear with me, I am coming out of a meditation and obviously still very much in that energy. So this song is written by, it's called Forever Young, by the way, and it is written by the Alphaville. It's written by Alphaville, I should say. So Alpha is extremely important. So over the last 12 hours or so, here are some downloads that I've received. And I've not done all of the research, of course. And the song was written in 1984, so 84 might be significant for you. That was the year I turned 10 years old in this lifetime. The only person that I know today that was born in 1984, and I'm not in communication with them, is the young gentleman you heard me mention him. I stayed with him in Atlanta for 6 months. It was going to be 2 years. The plan was 2 years to stay there during the Great Recession and for employment and all that sort of thing. But he ended up being let go from his company, and he took an opportunity out in California, and I relocated back to Florida at that time. That was in 2012, so that was 12 years ago. And 2012 and 12 years ago. So that's significant today. Again, I'm paying attention to everything. When I looked up Forever Young, it shows you the number of results when you look up anything on Google, right? Or maybe any search engine. It's 2,270,000 results. Okay. So here are the lyrics for this song. Let's dance in style, let's dance for a while. Heaven can wait, we're only watching the skies. Hoping for the best, but expecting the worst. Are you gonna drop the bomb or not? So somebody needs to drop the bomb. We know what's going on with the collective. We know what's going on in the esoteric with the energies, and we know what's going on with feminine and masculine energies, divine feminines, divine masculines, blah, 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 right? We know all of that stuff. So it's asking a question. Are they going to drop the bomb or not? So, of course, that means, are they going to tell the truth or not? It's 555 on the timer. Are they going to tell the truth or not? Are they going to come clean? So the next verse says, let us die young or let us live forever. We don't have the power, but we never say never. So this is coming from someone who doesn't understand that they are immortal. This is coming from someone who is of a lower vibration. Okay? And, or at least at this point in time in the song, it's that energy is of a low vibration individual. Okay? I don't have to worry about dying. And in fact, I've committed myself to not going to a doctor should any severe illness or anything ever come upon me moving forward. So I've made that decision. Fortunately, I don't know if a kidney transplant is the only major issue this physical body will have this lifetime. But I've committed to that, and I've shared it with Most High. If my chest starts hurting, I'm not calling 911. I'm not calling a doctor. I'm not calling anyone. I will sit there. I might take something for the pain, and that whatever that is would be something natural, okay, which is the other reason why I'm making this decision, but I would not go to a doctor. I would not call a doctor, okay? There's a lot of people that are probably going to have an issue with that, even people who probably love me, but we all have our own choices, and we can all do with our free will as we wish, and I choose to live my life this way. Sitting in a sand pit, life is a short trip. The music's for the sad men. See? Low vibration. Can you imagine when this race is won? Turn our golden faces into the sun. Praising our leaders, we're getting in tune. The music's played by the madman. Forever young, I want to be forever young. Do you really want to live forever? Forever and ever, forever young. I want to be forever young. Do you really want to live forever? Forever young. So, this individual might be having a conversation with themselves. Okay? And the flesh, okay, is asking the immortal, or the immortal is asking the flesh, right? Or is asking your spirit. It can't ask the flesh because the flesh doesn't live forever. So it's asking you, right? So your higher self, your true self, is asking you, your lower self, right? So your sun is asking your moon, do you really want to live forever? Okay. Do you really want to live forever? Some are like water, some are like the heat. Interesting when we're dealing with Sagittarius, Scorpios, Leos, Pisces, Cancers, Aries, right? Did I say Sagittarians? I think so. So water, heat. Some are a melody and some are the beat. Again, now the world don't move to the beat of just one drum. What might be right for one may not be right for some. The man is bold, he's a man of means. Right? What might be right for one may not be right for some. Okay? 10 minutes exactly on the timer when I looked over. So, it's so hard to get old without a cause. I don't want to perish like a fading horse. Youths like diamonds in the sun, and diamonds are forever. So many adventures couldn't happen today. so many songs we forgot to play. So someone's saying goodbye. Okay? So this entire song is painting a picture for us. So someone maybe, I mentioned not calling the doctor. So I'm talking about illness. So someone might be ill and they're fairly young. And these are their thought processes. Excuse me while I grab some tissue. When something needs to come out of me spiritually, typically my nose starts running. I've also been crying, so and not crying out of sorrow, crying out of passion, and the truth. So, and for what the highest is showing me. Okay, and diamonds are forever. So many adventures couldn't happen today. So many songs we forgot to play. So many dreams swinging out of the blue. We'll let them come true. We'll let them come true. Forever young. Okay. I'm going to finish. I'll finish reading and then. Forever young, I want to be forever young. Do you really want to live forever? Forever and ever, forever young. Excuse me for sniffling in the microphone. I want to be forever young. Do you really want to live forever? Forever and ever. So there's a difference between living forever and being forever. So he says, I want to be forever young. Do you really want to live forever? So to live forever and to be forever young is two different things. Okay? Forever young, I want to be forever young. Do you really want to live forever? And again, this song is written by Alphaville, 1984. This song was released. And so some of the things that Most High has been sharing with me, one of the words that Most High gave me is there is a new covenant that has been started, signed, in place, coming into place. He, during my meditation, highest gave me this neophyte. Okay, he said they're neophytes. They're neophytes. They're neophytes. And I'm like, okay, I don't know what a neophyte was. I think I'd heard of the word, but like in Bible and scripture or something like that. But I didn't know. I couldn't tell you what a neophyte was. I didn't know. And that's true with me. I only look up things that interest me. I don't look up stuff just to look it up, right? So for me, I would much rather wait on a download and then go look specifically for that instead of just rumbling through the concordance or through the Dewey Decimal System. You know what I mean? I don't want to just sit there fumbling through the drawers. That's the old library system. I don't need to sit there fumbling through the index cards. You know what I mean? I don't want to do that, right? I'd rather know exactly what I need to do to look for. Go in, get it, out. That's how I shop. I know what I want. I go in, get it. Rarely do I go in the store and just roam around and just walk up and down the aisles. I don't do that. Okay? And I shouldn't say I don't do that. That's extremely rare for me to do. That's not something. So neophyte. So neophyte means new, beginning, novice, scripturally, biblically, energetically though, that's what it means like in Webster Dictionary and all of that, right? But energetically, esoterically, neophyte means a new covenant. It means a new beginning. It means fresh. Okay? Right. So here are a couple of places between the lying book of the Bible, right? Or raped book of the Bible. It doesn't lie. Man put lies in it. Where um, where they are mentioned, or this covenant is an example of. Okay, so again, neophytes. That word Neophyte means new covenant. So we are in a new covenant. We are entering a new covenant. Okay? All right? So yeah. All right? Let me see if there's anything else on this that I should be. No? Okay. Doesn't look like it. Yeah. So just again, today, that was one of the downloads. So the other thing, not right before that, but something else that I got in the last 12 hours or so, I have been getting downloads about Tarsus, right? I don't know what Tarsus was. I had to look it up, right? So I look up Tarsus, find out it's a location in Turkey, okay? And it's an old name. It's an ancient name for Turkey, right? For a specific city in Turkey, okay? Then, so then in my research, I come across Iskundarum, and that is Iskenderun. Okay? And again, I have no clue before I'm looking these places up. So this place is located in Turkey as well. Okay? These two locations, I looked up the distance once I found out that they were both in Turkey. I looked up the distance between these two locations. Here's what it says. The total driving distance between Tarsus, Turkey, to Iskenderun, Turkey, is 111 miles. 111. The total straight line flight distance from Tarsus, Turkey, to Iskenderun, Turkey, is 74 miles. That is in 11. That's also the year I was birthed this lifetime. But 11 is more important than that being the year I was birthed. It's important, but not nearly as important. Because this is for the collective. This is for the earth. This is to raise the vibration of the totality of us. Okay? Distance, 111 miles. If you want to know kilometers, it's 179. That might be significant for you. Okay? It might be significant for me. Right? So, okay? That is the equivalent of 120 kilometers or 65 nautical miles. So on water, 65 miles. Okay? Right. So, it would take 1 hour and 57 minutes to travel, looks like via car, between those locations. 1 hour and 57 minutes. There is a body of water surrounding them. Mersin is near there. Mersin is just southwest of Tarsus. So this is, what's this body of water? Mediterranean. I should have known that. I should have known it was the Mediterranean Sea. Mediterranean Sea is where these go. And if you can picture a crown on the Mediterranean Sea, or at least on this corridor or corner of the Mediterranean Sea, that is where these two locations go. So they kind of go, Tarsus is on the west coast and Iskenderun is on the east coast. And they kind of form this little almost half circle around this little crowned area of the Mediterranean Sea. Okay? Here's the next download I received from Most High. It was in regards to Helena Blotskava, Blavatsky. Blavatsky, yes. Okay, so Helena Blavatsky, again, I had no idea who this person is, none whatsoever, until Most High gave me information to download and look her up. I had no clue. Okay, so Helena Blavatsky. Okay, you might know who she is. Some of you might know who she is and know a lot more about her and her teachings than I do. Okay, so she was born on August 12th of 1831. 8/12. That's when she was born. Okay, she died, passed, ascended on May 8th, 1891. So not a very long life physically. However, they didn't live very long lives during the 1800s. There were disease and plagues and all sorts of things that ran rampant throughout the world, not just in the United Kingdom. She was born in Ukraine, by the way, and she's a Russian and American mystic, is what I'm reading here. And again, I'm getting this information just from Wikipedia. Okay, and I know that people put things on Wikipedia. That's how humans manage Wikipedia. I understand that. Okay, so I'm using what I have. So, often known as Madame Blavatsky. I really like saying the name. I just like saying that last name, Blavatsky. Like if I was a conductor, Blavatsky. That just sounds appropriate, right? Was a Russian and American mystic and author who co-founded the Theosophical Society in 1875. She gained an international following as the leading theoretician in theosophy. Born into an aristocratic family in Yekaterinslav, then that was part of Russian Empire, right? Now that place is Dnipro, is known as Dnipro in Ukraine. Okay, we know what's going on over there. We know all about that, right? So, Blavatsky traveled widely around the empire, and again, I apologize to anyone for any mispronunciation of words. 23 on the timer. Yeah, I apologize for that. So many burps, man. These confirmation burps are. Blavatsky traveled widely around the empire as a child. Largely self-educated. Hello. Largely self-educated. She developed an interest in Western esotericism. Hello. During her teenage years, I'm a late bloomer, according to her later claims, in 1849, she embarked on a series of world travels visiting Europe, the Americas, and India. She also claimed that during this period, she encountered a group of spiritual adepts, the masters of ancient wisdom, who sent to her Shingatsi, I believe that's how you say that, Tibet, sent her to Shigatse, and that's Shigatse, Tibet. I remember Brad Pitt in the movie Seven, is it 7 months in Tibet? 7 weeks in Tibet? What's the name of that movie? Journey to Tibet? Let me see. 7 years in Tibet. Yes, that's the movie. And I've seen that movie once. Maybe I need to watch it again. Yeah. So yeah, maybe I'll watch that movie again. So anyway, where she trained to develop a deeper. So this person, that was a person, not a city. Where they train, nope, city. It was a city to train her to develop a deeper understanding of the synthesis of religion, philosophy, and science. Both contemporary critics and later biographers have argued that some or all of these foreign visits were fictitious and that she spent the period in Europe. By the 1870s, Blavatsky was involved in the spiritualist movement. Although defending the genuine existence of spiritualist phenomena, she argued against the mainstream spiritualist idea that the entities contacted were the spirits of the dead. Relocating to the United States in 1873, she befriended Henry Steele Olcott and rose to public attention as a spirit medium, attention that included public accusations of fraudulence. In 1875, in New York City, Blavatsky co-founded the Theosophical Society with Olcott and William Quan Judge. In 1877, she published Isis Unveiled. And Isis Unveiled, a book outlining her theosophical world view, associating it with the esoteric doctrines of Hermeticism and Neoplatonism. Blavatsky described theosophy as the synthesis of science, religion, and philosophy, proclaiming that it was reviving an ancient wisdom which underlay all the world's religions. So I believe that there is just one belief, and that belief is the truth. That is the belief in oneness. That is belief that there's no separation. There's belief that John is not separated from me, and John is a version of me, and I am a version of John, and Mary is a version of me, and like that, I believe in that absolutely wholeheartedly. Okay, so I believe in it in that regard. She and Olcott moved to India in 1880, where the society was allied to the Arya Samaj, okay? And so I see that word Samaj, and I'm reminded of the Sumatra, the evil. Oh, yeah, we'll share some more about that later sometime. A Hindu reform movement. The same year, while in Seyton, Ceyton, she and Olcott became the first people from the United States to formally convert to Buddhism. Although opposed by the British colonial administration, theosophy spread rapidly in India, but experienced internal problems as Blavatsky was accused of producing fraudulent paranormal phenomena. Amid ailing health issues, in 1885 she returned to Europe, establishing the Blavatsky Lodge in London. There she published The Secret Doctrine, the commentary on which she claimed were ancient Tibetan manuscripts, as well as two further books, The Key to Theosophy and The Voice of the Silence. She died of influenza in 1891. Blavatsky was a controversial figure during her lifetime, championed by supporters as an enlightened sage and derided as a charlatan by critics. Okay, everybody deals with it. It doesn't matter, especially if you are pursuing something. It doesn't even have to do with religion or philosophy or anything. You could just deal with science. You know, you could just be trying to prove that there really is a cure available and it's not expensive for cancer. Whatever that cancer might be, just cancerous cells. But you have these asses, right? The real charlatans that don't want you to release that information. They don't want it spread publicly because the pharmaceutical industry, in this example, the pharmaceutical industry is next to the government of any country. The pharmaceutical industry worldwide is one of the biggest crooks, biggest thieves, biggest liars, biggest deceivers, biggest manipulators, right? Turns people into hypochondriacs. That's what your media does. That's what your TV does. That's what your marketing does. Okay? All right, so Blavatsky, Helena Blavatsky. Okay, you want to see a picture of her? This is Miss Helena Blavatsky. So, again, these are just a few of the downloads that Most High is sharing with me in the last 12 hours. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will be posting our angel number readings here in just a moment. And so thanks so much as always for tuning in. My name is Nehru. This is The Encourager. If you would like to reach out to me, and feel free to comment in the comment section. Very few comments, but that's okay. If there's nothing to say, there's nothing to say. That's good too. Silence is golden most times. So, yeah. Go ahead and get into our angel number readings. And so, yeah, look for that video here shortly. Thank you so much as always for... if you want to get in touch with me, you can reach me via email at theencourager333@gmail. Okay. If you would like to reach out to me, I have to say .com because I don't know. I never claim to be OCD or anything, but there are certain things that I have to do and say and certain ways that I have to be in order for me to feel like something is complete. And I can't say my email address without saying .com because for some, I don't know, I just can't do that. Anyway, so yeah, you can get in touch with me that way. If you are looking to connect with me on other platforms, you can reach out to me or connect to me on Facebook at Nehru Patah, NEHRUPTAH. You can find me on Instagram at The Encourager. You can also connect to me through LinkedIn. And on LinkedIn, I share many of the same thoughts and things like that. LinkedIn is for professionals, but and I am a professional, not the typical one, and you probably are not either if you're listening to this. But yeah, so I share things that Most High gives me on those places as well. On LinkedIn, if you type in NEHRU, The Encourager, you will find me. Thanks so much for tuning in again, and tune in again soon.